fix everything before I get started. Let's make sure I can see you all as you come in the chat. Hello, 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 beloveds. How are you doing on this beautifully blessed and amazing day? For those of you who know me, you know I'm your mystic journey divine. Namaste. For those of you who are here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. We share spirit guide information. We give clarity and confirmation. We bring the word of God and the ancestors into our lives through this live stream. I hope you have risen with positive vibes and prosperity and love and light throughout your day. Yes. Come on. It's time for the truth, Ruth. Yes, it is. It's time for the truth as you come in. As you come in, if you please, if you can, add some positivity to this live stream and hit that like button. Give your girl some support. Yes, sit down, take what you need. But if it don't apply, let it fly and let it go where it needs to be. But you will always get food for nourishment here. You will find what you need. It will give you clarity. For some, even warnings. Whatever you need to know, you're going to let spirit flow. How are you, beloved? How you doing? What's going on? Where are you from? Where do you live? How is the weather in your city or state? It is sunny and warm here in the East Coast. In the 90s, we are sweating to the oldies and detoxing. Yes, we enjoying summertime vibes. Some of us have found new love. Some of us have released the old, making way for the new. If that is you, ashe, ashe, ashe. Yes, beloved. But let's see what your ancestors and your spirit guides are coming through to relate to you on this Wednesday wisdom or Wisdom Wednesdays. I don't know. Take it for however it fits for you. But yeah, we are keeping our vibration high. We are holding on to positivity in these chaotic times that we're living in. There's so much going on out in the world, so many distractions, so much hate that we are finding it very difficult to stay on our path of enlightenment, to be guided in a direction that moves away from all that thinking energy. I'm going to be honest with y'all today. I was on the warpath yesterday. Yeah, your girl got triggered, not by a person. I know it was energy trying to invade my space. But yesterday, I wilded out. I had to get up today and talk to God and ask for forgiveness. Not for the way I felt, because God says, come as you are. Give me your worst. And not only your best, but God wants to know. He wants to know how you really feel and take off the mask. We always trying, if I stay vibrating high, if I keep my energy high, we humans, we walking around this human flesh and this human body. And it's not always going to be a great and beautiful day. Hello? Even when you try, there's energies, there are people, especially if you work a 9 to 5 in a workplace, or if you're in a toxic family or a community that's low vibrating. Even we are open to negative vibes. We're not perfect. I don't claim to be. I have a purpose. I'm answering the call, but Spirit is patient with me because I know who I used to be. And every day I fight to keep her small. But she and I, we are twins. And every now and then she rears her ugly head. And so yesterday, your girl was cursing and fighting and talking to God and questioning. I was done. I was fed up. I was fed up with being tired of being tired. answering the call and staying in God's waiting room at the same time. That is one of the most difficult things to go through on this journey. As a spiritualist, as a chosen one, as a divine healer, whatever you give yourself, whatever your title is, let it be. Stop following the masses. Stop allowing people to tell you who you're not and what you shouldn't do. You know, go within. Hermit mode, reflection. Go to God, go to your ancestors, call to your spirit guides. Stop believing those, especially on this platform. A lot of us are still students. We're still learning, we're still growing, we're still shedding. And we have to be very careful what we listen to, what we ingest. Because you will have spiritualists, and this is not to judge, but I'm going to speak it for what it is. You will have people that believe that they're up here, that need followers, subscribers, fans, whatever. I'm not looking for popularity. I'm not doing this for likes. Hello? This is a calling, and I've answered the call. Okay? But you know, it's popular to speak a certain way, to get a certain number of views, to call in that money if you believe this is your only avenue. I don't know how you call yourself a spiritualist anyway, but I digress. Okay, stick with me. Because I'm up to here, y'all, with people on these platforms telling you there ain't no God. There ain't no God outside of you. You shouldn't follow that religion. You shouldn't be a Christian. You shouldn't follow Ifa. You shouldn't be a Muslim. You shouldn't. Let me tell you now this. What spiritualists don't do is being led by their ego. And the ego needs to be on top and rise above. But there is no ego in elevation. Because for in that place, we are all God's children and we deserve grace. God meets you where you are. Come as you are. I don't care if you're dirty, homeless, black, white. God don't care as long as you come. Okay? So if somebody's out there telling you that they know what's best and you need to do this and you need to do that, no, what you need to do is click off. What you need to do is cleanse your energy of that energy they tried to put on you. What you need to do is go to God and say, God, listen, I got caught up and now I'm confused. I'm looking for a direction. I'm seeking the truth. But I'm going to wait on you. Because I know from you is where my answers will surely come and be the right thing for me. We are all human flesh on this earth. Now, some of us have elevated, awakened, or living in another 3D realm, but we are still embodying the human side of ourselves. You don't let that go until you believe beneath in the grave, okay? Remember to see people in their flesh before you decide to listen to the words that they're claiming come from their spirit. I'm seeing so many people on here profess to be higher power, but living in their perverted image. And people are gravitating to them because they're in their perversion, as we do in the flesh. But yet we get so caught up in the image and we're sucked in immediately that we forget to listen to the words that are coming out their mouth. God will show you before he tells you, because he wants to see how easily you're manipulated, how easily you're sucked in to others people's illusions. You know who you are because you see it every day in the mirror. Yes, that person in the mirror should look like your higher self. That person in the mirror should speak to your higher self. That person in the mirror should be the first person you go to when you need clarity. Mirror work. That is what mirror work, for those of you that are not sure. A lot of people think mirror work is of the devil. that, you know, there are demons in the mirror. Spirits can capture me in the mirror. Then you're truly lost and there's some shadow work you need to do. But those of us who understand that the mirror image is only the goddess in us, know that mirror work is very important. It teaches self-love. Daily affirmations or how you speak into yourself. So that person in the mirror is your best friend, your real guy, your true Ori. You should be pampering and nurturing that. Not looking on other people's platforms for confirmation, direction, unless they truly resonate with your spirit and you know they're God sent. But if you have to question anything that is coming from that energy, you need to find another resting place. And it's always okay to question everything. Sometimes question it twice until you receive confirmation that is as it should be and your best and highest good. So don't let anyone tell you what your faith should look like, where it should rest, what you should do, what you should read. Don't let anyone tell you who you are at your best. If it's not you talking to you, and that you is not walking in a higher elevation and striving for that daily, then yes, you can find a mentor or spiritualist that you know is God sent and will help you elevate. Don't get caught up in the titles. Oh, I can't follow Jesus if I'm melanated. I can't follow Allah if I'm non-melanated. I can't follow Ephi if I'm a Christian. You already telling God everything you can't do. And all God is telling me is you can't. You can't find it here. You can't find it there. You can't find it anywhere. You are telling God I can't, which I'm not capable of discerning. We have to be very careful about what we tell God our abilities are. If you tell God I can't see the truth in everything I see, I choose peace in everything I see, I will set healthy boundaries to protect the highest me, but I will be open to the word coming towards me. God, Allah, Buddha, Ifa, Orisha, deity, Jehovah, Jireh, whatever you want to call it. The main thing is that you recognize there is a creator that has created you and placed you within this universe to serve a purpose. We don't need to get so caught up in labels that we move so far away from spirituality because we're worried that it's labeled entitled wrong. But in everything, there is energy. You can find a takeaway in everything. You can find information in bits and pieces in everything. A broad spectrum, an open mind. Be a sponge for knowledge, however it comes, because God uses many tools of divination in many different forms. We are not our flesh. We are not our covering. We are not our shell. As I stand before you as a divine feminine, in one of my past lives, I was a man. One of my past lives, I was an animal spirit. So if all we embody are all our past lives, and we have been chosen to come back in this skin, it is so that those who need us will recognize us by the uniform God's placed us in and no more. Don't be so judgmental of what it looks like and not hear what it's trying to tell you. There's more to the madness. Okay? Ashe. So today we are learning. We are learning to listen in stillness. And in stillness, we can hear the word of the Creator. I'm going to be careful to use terms like the Creator, the Mother, the Earth, the Universe, the Most High, the Divine Source, because I know people are so quick to judge if you call out the name of that's different from their God. God is just a term derived by the humans over, you know what I mean, titles God has. God has so many names, they are infinite. Pick whichever one you want. None of it doesn't matter as long as you know that you are speaking to the highest, the creator of all, the creator of the universe, your creator. Whether it be your mother, your father, it's unisex because it's an energy. It has no body. It has no body. It is a higher energy which no man has the ability to see while walking the earth, which is why the ancestors should be your first line of defense. Those that have come before you, your blood of blood, your bone of bone, the DNA that flows throughout your veins, they are your first. They are the ones who have laid your foundation. They hold your spiritual inheritance. They pour out your birthright. They protect and provide. They fight for you. They see things looking down below that we cannot possibly see. The creator of all mankind, including our ancestors, then the ancestors, hello, the universe, which is the womb that carried the seeds, which are us, Mother Gaia, the earth, that feeds us, houses us, gives us shelter, okay? Source. That is our source in the human flesh. And then our higher Ori that gives us discernment and the ability to tap into the levels until we reach awakening. Hello, hello, do you get me? There is a process that you must trust in order to make it to that level. For when we are below and in the grave and our soul ascends from this decaying body, where will it go? Where energy never dies. So you temporarily leave that old decaying body that can no longer carry you. It's old, it's weak, it's tired. That's why we age. You return amongst your ancestors that have elevated because they did the work for you to be here. And then you choose whether or not you come back again. Do you want to continue adding to this earth, building this earth, healing this earth? Or do you want to be an ancestor and continue healing your bloodline as they are born and reset? We have choices. We have choices. God has many assignments. We get to choose. That's what free will is. What would you like? What would you want, my child? You have been tested, tried, and approved. Now you have the ability to choose. I sent you back. I erased your memory to see what you would do. If you would know to come back to me so that you could serve another purpose. And because you did, you awakened and you came back home into your physical body where your true energy is, now you will live a life of luxury. It's that simple, friends, family, tribe, beloveds. God, I'm speaking to the God, the goddess in you. Not this human flesh form, not your mind, where I need to tell you who you are, what you're doing wrong. On this channel, we don't preach what's preach sin. We don't preach wrong. We don't. We gather. We collect. We unify. We merge. Hello, we prosper each other. We know we're all living on borrowed time. We all under God's grace and mercy. Our ancestors are one body of every culture, every sex, every religion. It don't matter what you call it, what you choose to be, as long as you find it. So don't get distracted by people using fancy titles. God don't care nothing about that. Those are words in the dictionary that we put there. And there's no such thing as a new idea. Energy never dies. So it existed now, it existed before. Every generation just changes it to fit what they need. That is it. And all. Because what I'm trying to say is, my children of God, if God is a word, if Allah is a word, if Jehovah Jireh is a word, if the Orishas, if Ifa, if Christianity, if Catholicism, all due respect. If black, white, Chinese, Asian, Korean, Caribbean, no matter Irish, German, if all those are terms, and you can find them all in the English dictionary, they existed in someone's mental space that was placed there lifetimes before they even arrived to speak it, to know it, to think it. So if you think it, how can it not be? Hello? It was placed in someone's capacity to spill into the earth because they knew that a certain body of people would need that to follow that. If it works for you, then who's to say it's not for you? Hello? It don't work for you, and that's okay. We can respectfully agree to disagree. That's with true integrity. Hello, Julia. Namaste, beloved. You always find me, my sister, my soul, my tribe. Yes, you are, Queen. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Always supporting your girl. But I'm in the energy today, girl. Hello. I'm so tired of watching these spiritualists on these platforms beat people to death with judgment. Oh, you're not saying it right. Oh, you're not praying right. Oh, you're not choosing right. But who are you? If you're walking in the flesh as I am, if you've been returned here like I did, which means we all have something we didn't complete. Hello? Then we are equals. Correct? I may speak it differently. I may word it differently. My level of intelligence through study, age, and longevity may be seemingly above. But we are all God's children. And we all deserve love and grace and mercy and kindness and guidance. And guidance don't come in the form of judgment. That ain't what guidance is. That's why so many people, when they awaken, turn away from the church. Any church, I don't care what the religion is. When you awaken, the first thing you do is question that which you knew. And the first place is religion. The second is your relationship and family, but that's for another reading. You have one? Yeah, you can. That's my daughter. Excuse me, y'all. She want to get something. You can go. That's my baby. You see how? Divine, on her birth certificate, for those of you that think I just call her that. Divine is not her name, okay? I'm in hello, you feeling this? This is the day of Mercury. This is the day of awakening. This is the day of questioning. This is fire energy. This is the day of building wisdom, listening to how it's being brought to you and discerning if it is for you. Okay? But like I said, stop allowing yourself to be pulled back, to digress, to go into sadness and a place of depression, because now you're questioning every step you made. Every step you made was divinely guided, because there's no such thing as fate. We're living in destiny. We're walking our journey. Destiny has already been written. We're just walking to its end, to its finality, hoping that we complete it and our work is pleasing to the Creator and that we can receive heaven. Yeah, I said heaven. Hello. Like I said, if it's in the language, if it is in the word and you have the ability to read it, I don't care if you get it from a library or whatever, it existed before us. And who are we to question the knowledge of the ancestors and what they have left for us? They've left many different areas. Pull from here, pull from there, put it all together. As long as you get it, you can find something in everything. If you have the open mindset and the wisdom and maturity to take what you need and move on to the next. Like I said, many people walk away from disciplined religion is the first step. Why? Because we know it's a system of control. We know, especially as women, that is a patriarchal system controlled by the male population, like the government and all other energies. It's a system of slavery. Yes? Hello? And we know that as spiritualists, when we rise above, we break away from control. We break away from systems. We break away from discipline. We know that God is our only mother, father. God will redirect us, re-guide us, reset us, reground us. God don't beat on us. God don't hate. God doesn't spew poisonous venom. Oh, you're going to go to hell. Oh, you sin for this. Oh, you are God's beauty. God's most divine creation. God doesn't hate his children. God will not use a book to beat you into submission, to keep you in line like soldiers lined up going to war, to battle. You come out bruised and broken and sore, and then who's there to mend your wounds? Because often the church is not there. They won't even come to your hospital bed or your funeral. They don't take care of that you left behind, like your family, your church. They say thank you for your tithes, paying the church fund, paying this. Any religion. That's how that system is run. It's a business. It's become a business. It didn't originally start that way. The Bible we've come so far away from the original text of God. That's why every Bible has King James Version, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even know which version we're on at this point. Hello? And we know the further you get away from the original, the truth is often not as it was supposed to be. It is what it is. And I grew up in the Baptist faith. My grandfather was a pastor. My father is a preacher man. So I know what I speak. I'm not just somebody out here hating on religion. I was forged in the fire. So I have been blessed and anointed to speak my experience as it is. So, if you want to browbeaten Christians and this offends you, feel free to move on, beloved. This ain't your space. There will be space for you somewhere else, but this ain't it. Because on this channel, we use the book of the Bible as a divination tool. The ancient ancestors used the Bible to bust and curse out demons, to manifest wellness into their home. It was a divination tool. It was not something you beat people over the head with. to force them into submission, to tell them what they're doing wrong. If you read the Bible with the versions that exist now, it is so contradictory. There are texts in the Bible that tell you it's okay to rape your wife. And if you don't believe me, check it out. There's quotes in the Bible that ordain and anoint slavery. The master shall rule, and it's okay to be. Yeah, it's in there. I read it. Oh no. Oh, you want me to show and prove to you, do your work? That is why you lost. You need to read the word and do it yourself. Hello. That's someone who just said that. I heard you. Yes, Leisha. Well, I'm sorry. He never acted like it. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm lifing raw and in front of you. I don't edit videos. I don't edit because I don't need to be perfect. I don't need to correct. What you see from me from Journey is what you get. Period. Pooh. And my family comes first. So when my children speak, I will pause. It is what it is. Thank you for your patience. Yes, because when I was born. Hello. Okay. As a woman, let me share a story with you. It's going to be short, but I have to put it out there. When I was growing up in the church, and I was a young girl, I don't know, 15, around then, going through puberty, looking to the women in the church for directions, for guidance, for role models, thinking the men were king's leaders, blah, 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 blah. But as I grew older, there was an older than me, but she was old enough to bear a child, a woman, single grown ass woman, living her own life, paying her own bills. The church didn't take care of her. Hello, she fell in love. She had sexual relations voluntarily and got pregnant out of wedlock. Weddings anyway were something formed by man. That's another system of control because the government prospers from that, but I ain't going to go into that because you don't need that to be married or connected. Hello? It's a commandment to God, not to 50 people sitting, bringing gifts. Hello? So, but I digress. When the pastor found out that she was pregnant with a child because she went to a pastor to let him know, you know what these men told her? Oh, the whole deacon board and the pastor, men. The men told her, oh, you have committed a egregious sin. A sin to birth the child? To be blessed with a seed? That's what they told her. Now you are the stain on this organization. If you want to be forgiven and continue to be a patron of this church, you will have to get in the altar in front of all these other human sinners. Hello. Confess your sin. Ask for forgiveness. Hang your head, my daughter. This is how you can elevate and be forgiven. And the older women agreed. I watched this poor woman, grown woman, beautiful woman, God-fearing, obviously, because I was getting that pulpit. I saw the pain and the tears in her eyes, the shame that she wore, because back then I didn't even understand how far I could see. I felt her so deep in my spirit. In the pew, I began to cry. Wasn't my mother, we weren't connected. I could feel God crying for her. That you actually think you owe these humans your grace. They let her stay in the church. She had the baby. It was a boy. And he was raised in the church. And everything went on like was a... And every time I looked at this woman, her face never looked the same. And she continued to come to that church, give to that church, build that church up, feed that pastor who put all of his children through college on church funds when there were parishioners who couldn't even feed their children, let alone think of college. Hello? But I ain't going to go there. And that's when I said to myself, this is not God's house. This cannot be. God's house doesn't feed shame and guilt. God's house doesn't degrade the birth of a divine feminine, bringing a king into the world. And I knew that one day when I had the ability to break away from my earthly family, who were God-fearing Christians, that I would seek a higher place and find true God's home. And I realized it was within me, not with them. And I became my own church and my own priestess. Hello. And that is to say, while they were beating this poor woman to death for bringing a life into the world, there was not one man that stood up in the church when they cheated on their wives, when they had illegitimate babies, when they were at home beating their wives and their children and calling it discipline. Hello? When they were not watching porn or coveting women that were in the... I had a pastor that would make note to make attention to the pantyhose that I was wearing to church at 17 years old, in front of my father's eyes. And he was not corrected, for his perversion was right in the open. How this is what you see when you look at me? How low? Come on now. Come on now. That is why the church can be a melanated woman's worst enemy. For the men need to keep you low and submissive to work for them. Oh, the church mothers, the church women, we cooked. We prayed over them. We cleaned the church. We did everything. You know what they did? They showed up just in time to make sure that we were there and knew our place every Sunday. And the fathers who carried daughters to this place put us there so that we could learn to do it at home, so we could do it for them. And then do it for husbands. Come on now. The divine feminine has been stripped, beaten, taken so far away from who she is. She is the womb of this earth. She is mother. Without her, there is no creation, including them. But we have been brainwashed. We have been stomped on, beaten, that we have become so weakened and so low that we have lost our power. That is a system of genocide. It is well written, it is strategic. But mother, this new world order, queens are rising. We're standing up. We're elevating. We're taking our power back. We're uniting. We're starting tribes and communities of, we're teaching and speaking. And I shall not be moved from my rightful place on the throne that God has ordained and anointed for me. For I was anointed before I emerged from my mama's womb, yet my mother's womb. There's no man that can birth anything into this world. How do we allow them to put us beneath? How have we come so far from what God says we are? We carry disease that create nations. Yes, we need the divine masculine helpmates. For if they go out and work for it and build it and bring it in, we are the comforters. We are the nurturers. We are the healers. They're protectors. They're motivators. This is a home. This is a village. We unite, we come together. That's what soulmates, not twin flames where we are guided by our passions, our loins, our sexual energy, our perversion. We got to get back to that place of love and unity. Our ancestors are waiting for us to take our place. Hello, that's why it's so important for a chosen divine feminine to not lay down with snakes, to not poison her womb. Do you know how precious it is to have a womb? My God, what? God chose us specifically to carry life. And as we do, the man is supposed to protect us as we carry their seed, nurture us, provide for us. We are carrying creation. But that is the time when women are finding that is when their men go out and cheat. Oh, you know, she pregnant, I can't touch her. She pregnant, she ain't in the mood. Her hormones off. Who have you given your essence to that he speaks of you with such disdain? He knows not who you are. You are a gift. The gift that carries his name. Come on now. His name, his genes, his bloodline. Especially if you give him daughters with wombs that bring more. Oh, a man needs a son. No, man needs to birth a womb. Hello? She creates his bloodline. That son puts his seed into another feminine. That is her bloodline. Do you follow King? Cover your daughters. Protect your daughters. Provide and nurture your daughters. We have suffered enough. We are tired of being tired. And we are fighting for our lives out here. Why have you left us barren and alone? Why are you choosing karmas according to what your eyes covered? And your... Hello? Because most of the ones doing that ain't even got big D energy. Let me tell you what it is. Usually they're insecure and not confident and can't provide and are shameful. And that is why they gotta have options to make them feel like who they are not. Come on, spirit. Come on. Because a true king needs not but one womb to carry his seeds. Because he knows that he speaks life into that womb. It is the best of him. That is where he puts all his energy. You can't splice it. You can't splice that and share that. Then wherever it is never 100% of who you are. Never your best. Never your highest. You are creating poison and karmas. That's why the earth is full of them. That's why the earth is full. That's why they are taking over. Because the male has forgotten how powerful his seed is. That he's okay to put it in and everywhere. And now they are being punished. They are being stripped. They are being beaten. They are being taken away in victimization mode because they believe it's the woman's fault. That you can't prosper, that you're not happy. Really? Who are you? Oh, I'm a God. Are you a God? God of what? Because look what you've manifested. Nothing but trash. Nothing but disdain, unhappiness, lack, poverty, scarceness, disease. But yet you call yourself a God? You have no direction. You can't get a divine feminine because every woman to you is just a hoe. It's just greedy. It's just needy. What are we here for if not to need of you? Do you not want us to need of you? You lived in contradiction of yourself. Oh, I don't want her because she needy. Should she not be your helpmate? Take your rightful place. Let that woman need you and show her she can, and let her show you how to overflow. For a woman is a true way to fertility. She's your true way to manifest. She may manifest children abundantly, going through the valley of death every time you bear a child. I know I've had children. I have 3. I've lost some, but I have 3 living, thank God. But I have suffered. I have died. I experienced a heart attack giving birth to one of my children. Hello? And I'm here to speak it because I've survived it because God was in the room. God was the surgeon. It was God's hands that said, no, you will not take this one. This one has purpose. This one shall remain. While the devil's so idle waiting to collect my soul, God saved me and let me live another day to raise my star seeds. My generations come to break the curses that were placed upon me. I was stronger than the devil knew, so he cannot take me out then or now. And that is why I'm here with you. My foundation is unshakable, unstoppable, because I know thyself. I know who I am. Can't nobody tell me with my story or with the girl in the mirror. Because in the mirror, in front of God's eyes, we are small, humble, pure, like the innocence of a child. Oh, people, my higher is a God. No, my higher story is a child. She's pure, innocent, playful, happy, flourishing. Hello? That is who should be in your mirror. Your purest self. That child that wants to speak to you. That child that says, I've already seen, because I was watching what happened, and now I have to now come back and look to me so I can tell you where you're going. I've been there. I've been watching while you've been living. Come on now. Come on, Spirit. Come on. We are shaking the room. We are shaking the room and telling the devil to flee. You cannot be here. You cannot feed here. I will not let low vibrational things or people in my home, in my sacred space. My Ori lives here, and I protect her, and I feed her, and I pamper her, and I cover her with the blood, not the blood of Christ. Hello? Christ was a human walking this earth like you and me, and now he's an ancestor as we shall be. He was a prophet, a magician, a sorcerer who used the Bible as a tool. Oh, the book, he had a book. He scribed, he wrote, which is why we scribe. There's no such thing as a new idea. But I plead the blood. I plead the blood of my ancestors of highest white light that came before, that set a place for me to lay my head. Hello? They are the level below God. They are the messengers that take my prayers back to be heard, to be evaluated. Will your work speak for you? Let us see. That it has to be broken down. You don't just get to pray and receive because you cry some tears. Because that ain't how that works. Your work has to be analyzed, read with a fine magnifying glass. Does your work speak for you? Have you been tested, tried, and approved? And then the answer in the highest court of law above, as so above, so below, your answers rain down upon you. And your life is a manifestation of the answers you received according to the work that speaks for you. Come on, Spirit. Come on. Who am I talking to today? You are a child of God. You deserve grace and mercy. Don't let anybody take that away from you. Hold your head up high and your back straight. Walk in the light. I am a sinner. I have done egregious things to others. I have trespassed. I have fornicated. I have done everything the human, but not everything. Okay, hello. But I've done the most. Hello. I am the devil in the tarot deck. I am a Capricorn, the goat. Hello. I am a child, the occult student. I am a death doula. I have visited realms below that most are afraid to even speak of. But I am not, because I've been anointed and ordained to have a foot in both places simultaneously. Hello? That is who I am. So can't nobody tell me what's in the dark and what's in the light. I know both places. I travel to both places fearlessly to bring the word from both energies, because I speak to children of both. Hello? Because I receive everyone and all exactly for who they are and where they stand, with love and acceptance that they are looking for guidance, not discipline. Come on now. And God is telling me to tell you today, you could call me by any title you want, beloved, as long as you remember to call me first. Come on now. As long as you know to call on me, and you know that I am your creator, and I'm giving you life, and I allow your ancestors to choose you, to favor you, to prosper you, to protect you. That's all I ask. Call me God, call me the creator, call me source, call me Allah, call me just call me. Remember me, acknowledge me. For that is why you are who you are. You are of me, from me. Be about me. Hold your head up high. I don't care how much money you have, what kind of home you live in, homeless or not. I don't care if you have children or not. I don't care if you work or unemployed. I don't care where you work. I don't care what kind of work. I don't care if you're a stripper or a surgeon. Hello? I don't care if you are a karmic or high elevated being. You are my brothers and my sisters, and I shall accept you where you are. For if you are brought to me, it is an assignment I proudly take to guide you to your highest self, your highest self. Guide you. I'm not here to preach to you or to pull you by your bootstraps or to be your leader. I am here to help you. I am a helpmate until you find out you are everything you need without me, without anyone, without mother, father, sister, brother, husband, wife, children, without jobs, without. It is in your minimalist of self, your naked self, your truth-telling self, your godly self, that you are thyself, us, a being of any. You are a light, if you say so, right? The power of life and death is within the tongue. If I speak life into myself, who is to tell me that I am not? If I speak death into myself, and if that is what I choose, and if God's ready to receive me, who are you to tell me it's not my time? Or that is not the right thing to do? Or you don't want to do that? Oh, if you commit suicide, you're not going to heaven. Who are you? For if I'm ready to go home at this moment for whatever reason, knowing that I'm energy and I can sit with God and discuss it and fix it and give him my truth and maybe be allowed to come back into a different life. Who are you to tell me I won't meet him or her? Hello? You wrote the book. Which book did you write? Hello? What map did you put out in the world? How many souls are you saving? What is your purpose by judging that which you have not lived in? I walk in my own footsteps. You walk in your own footsteps. There's no one in our lane but us. There's no one in your lane but you. Everybody, there are millions of lanes, and we individually each get a place in our own lane. What means walk at your own pace. There's no one in front of you or behind you. The only one that will reach that tape in time to get the victory is you, because you're the only one in it. Go at your own speed. Pace yourself. There ain't no need to run to be ahead of who? While you're in your lane, you're not supposed to be able to see their lane and what they're doing. You should be focused on your lane and getting to that finish line. Because at the end of that finish line is your win, is your victory, is your pot of gold, is your spiritual inheritance. Hello? I can't have what she had at the end of her lane. Because it's for her. It's for him. It may look at the time better than mine because maybe I'm tired. Maybe their pace is different for whatever reason. And I don't want to be where they are. So God's saying, okay, you don't like the story I gave you? Okay, I'm going to let you go over there. So you jump in someone else's yard. And you fall right into disaster. Because it wasn't yours to have. You don't even know how great yours is. Because you think theirs looks better at the moment. Temporary gratification does not last. Longevity. Trusting the process, walking the steps, finishing the purpose, answering the call. Every step you take, God takes 10. Everything you add, God triples, multiplies, increases it. So can you imagine what it looks like now is in no way possible for what it will look like when you get there. Hello, Shanti. Hello, beautiful. I hope you're still here. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you want to hit that button and that notification bell because you want to come back here. On this channel, we about it. Hello. I don't fear the judgment of no one, for I have lived that life many moons before. It has served me none. Hello? Which is why I'm back here again. But this time, I trust thyself. I come to know thyself. The lesson has been learned. The purpose has been served. I've answered the call. I'm not in my purpose. You're not in your purpose. You're not looking for your purpose. You are the purpose. Hello? You are the purpose. It's not something outside you. It's something within you that you discover. You discover that you are the purpose. And the purpose is that you are here. And when you leave this world, the purpose is that they will remember you were here. Why? That is up to you. What you want to be known for. What is the legacy you're building to leave behind? If you don't have children, it can't be in the children. It's got to be in something else. What is that something else? What else are you building? If it's not in that marriage, it's not in that family because they've all fallen away, and it's not in the generation, got to put it in something because they need to know you were here. Someone needs to think of you finally in their memory, you were here. Energy never dies. Your energy should live on, and those after you forever etched in their mind, their heart. That is purpose. Purpose is not, oh, I built a church and people came and, I fed the poor. They ate, they walked away and never even asked your name. They won't remember you. They will remember the place where they ate, the address, so they can get back to it. You were just a servant. Hello? So what are you leaving that will be remembered? What are you leaving that will be etched in someone's heart and mind and will help elevate their spirit every time they think of you? They smile and they cry tears of joy that they knew you. Hello, that you gave to them something that they kept and that they pour into generations to come. That is a purpose. It's not a material thing. It's not in building a building or community or clothing line, or it's not in the thing. It's in the memory of it. Oh, yeah, Beyonce, they all sing, and she got millions of fans. Not because she's Beyonce. She's not leaving a vision. She's not leaving an illusion. People gravitate to the words in her music. Lemonade, that album is for the divine feminine. It teaches you how to take back your power and rise up. Hello, that's why God blesses her to be a multi-millionaire, because she's etched her purpose into the hearts of millions. It's not because she can dance or shake her ass. Oh, the perverts might think that, but they don't stick with her long. For the next ass that comes along, they jump on that. But the devoted ones that hear the message stick around. When these people die, they go to their funerals, they watch it on television, they cry for people they don't know because they saw their message remains in their heart even after they go. That is someone who left a purpose, a legacy. What are we watching it for? What are you trying to take from it? What is your takeaway? Where is it coming from? What part of your body are you using to remember it? Are you remembering and talking about, her cosmetic surgery, her butt, the new dance, how she wears her hair, her marriage problems, her children? What part of you is ingesting the lowest parts of herself and not hearing her highest stories speaking to you and teaching you about self-love, success, mastery? She is a queen, a goddess. She sits on her own throne. It's on her album cover. She don't care about you judging her. Do your table look like hers? Hello? Has God blessed you as He is blessed? You need to be looking at that part and get inspiration from that part. Oh, thank you, Julia. Your purpose is bigger than life itself. Ashe, ashe, and ashe. Your purpose is bigger than life itself. And someone's going to see this car and say, oh, her handwriting is terrible. I see you because I know you, because I've been you. Hello? But that's okay, because those that need to see saw it in perfection because they ingested the message. They saw not with their eyes, but with their soul. They heard not with the human ears, but with their spirit, with their heart. So it's okay, beloved. I love you anyhow. Hello? I've been working on this. It's okay, girl. You're protected here, coming and going. So no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, God is watching over you. Rest in the place that whatever you're doing at whatever time you're doing it, it's exactly right on time. And nothing will move you from getting the food you need. Hello? Oh. Okay. This was going to be a reading, but you know what? The answer said, sit down and start speaking. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what was going to, they said, open your mouth and let us flow into the universe. For I am their mouthpiece. I am their divinely favored child. I am their blood of blood, bone of bone. I am their chosen. You are the one your ancestors have been waiting for. You don't gravitate toward these videos for no reason. There is no fate. Destiny brought you here. You are the one your ancestors are waiting for to answer the call. You've got it. You've got it within. You've got it. They placed it in you, in the womb. For those of us born with a veil, like children, seeds returned. Born with a veil. That is an ancestor that has lived so many ancient moons ago. I can't even, the number is inconceivable. The black sheep, the lost child, the rejected and abandoned one, the one that's been heartbroken, cheated on, lied on, defamed, blocked, stopped, cursed, hexed, homeless, drug addicted. You don't even know who you are. You are forged in fire, my love. And there's no one more powerful than a survivor. Molestation, discrimination, spiritual warfare. The devil, you are the devil's favorite thing to watch. Why? Because they know that if God loves you that much, he gotta have you. Oh. But God says, touch not my anointed. You shall not be moved. But God has placed the glue of your ancestors beneath your feet. A foundation so strong that the enemy shakes when you enter the room. Huh? Come on, God. Woo! Something. Woo! Your energy is a healing nation. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Do you know who you are? Power lives in you. Power lives in you. They cannot be you. That is why you are hated and attacked. Because God told you you are unique, exclusive. Your journey does not look like anyone else's. And so on. With the mighty, 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 mighty amounts of evil that needs to be fought in this world. You know how many assignments God has placed on this earth? Insurmountable, unable to be counted. We each are individual light. Hello? If you got a string, if you got 3 strings of Christmas lights on the tree, so much you can't see the tree, only get the lights of every different shade, every different color, all illuminating simultaneously, that is the chosen collective body. Not one can look like another. So don't compete. Don't judge yourself based on what another's story, experience, life looks like. It's not supposed to look like yours. What would you want? Do you not want to be unique? Do you not want to stand out? Do you not want to be an individual? Do we not want our own throne, our own castle, our own abundance, do we not? Surely you do not want what anyone else has. For you miss out on how abundant yours could be. Wait for it. Wait for it. Like the massive amount of leaves that are now perched upon every branch of an oak tree. Millions. You go to an oak tree, blooming in the spring, fully grown. There's no way you could count every leaf. It would take you what? You stand amongst billions of ancestors that are ruthless and don't play about you. For they have been waiting for you, and they won't allow you to be messed with. They got your back, and you best to believe it. (1:11) on the clock. You've been hidden since you were a child because they knew what you were. Even then, I'm hearing you had parents that feared you as a newborn coming out the womb because you looked like an old soul. You looked like an old soul at birth. It put the fear in your parents. If you were among siblings that were jealous of you simply because you existed, they saw what you were even then, and they coveted it back then. If you were teased and bullied and abused in school, in your home, in your community, or wherever it was, it's because your light was so bright and so powerful that it burned their demons and singed their skin. And they set out to unify and destroy you. Unintentionally or not, because sometimes, unintentionally, people don't even know they're vibrating low. That's why God gives us and tells us to forgive them. Hello? Because they were only sent to train you. Oh yeah, they were part of your training. They were part of your course. Not courses to study, but courses in like maze. Put in every place. God wanted to see how strong you were, how resilient you were, how powerful you were. Would you find your higher self? Would you fight? Would you survive? Because God can only use the strongest. He must test you. He must know that you will be steadfast and remain. He must know they can count on you to the end. Don't doubt, trust God's process. That pain, that abandonment, that rejection, that disloyalty, that betrayal, that loss, that war, that battle, that attack, training. Would you see it as who you were? Oh, I must be a karmic if I'm receiving all this. Oh, be careful what you call yourself. Would you see all of that as who you were? Or did you understand it was necessary for you to become? Mm. Oh, karmic is a bad word. I don't want to be a karmic. We are all, at some point in our lives, are karmic. Hello? But do you still not love yourself, even in the waiting room? In the waiting room of the clinic and hospital, when you need care and you need assistance and you need rescue and you need a healing. That's karmic energy. Hello? That is why you're going there, to relieve you and rescue and release these karmic, these debilitating, but we love ourselves to know that we need a healing because we know we are better and that there is better and that there can always be more and that we can rise above if we just get the help. Go get it. Doesn't make you weak. It makes you smart. Oh, I can't get a reading because that's of the devil. And I'm religious and so you suffer in silence because what you're doing ain't working. Hello? God is sending you a sign that there's someone and something that can release you, help you, rescue, change you, guide you. But you can't do it because what? You're God and you know what's best? If that is the case, then you wouldn't be seeking. God places things before you in due season. I ain't breaking out in a sweat. And I got the AC on full blast here, and it feels like I'm sitting in hell. Okay? But that's okay. Because it's these toxins. The poison, the is coming out of my pores. Sweat it out. Cry it out. Do you know that releasing the liquid from your body that is toxic and replacing it with purifying water and lemon and ginger and turmeric and green juices and good juju, and that's information too. It's a process that must be done. Oh, we'll go to the gym, sweat out to get the physique for the summer, hot girl summer, hot boy summer. We'll do that for hours, pay $100 to get that booty, those perky titties, the muscles. But you won't sit and pay $50, $25, a $5 donation to receive what this needs and what this needs. You're so worried about the exterior and how it looks because you're worried about what others think of you, how people see you, how they'll perceive you. You covet according to your urges, whether materialistic or otherwise. But we don't feed this enough. We don't feed this enough. We don't take time out to read, study. Remember growing up, when I grew up, there were libraries in the school. And twice a week, the classes went to the library. Everybody got to pick a book. Take home. You checked it out. Your parents had to sign every day to make sure you read the text. Come on now. But we've taken it out of the school. Our children don't have to. The libraries have closed down because no one goes. Do you know those texts were written by the ancestors, ancient energies? There was ancient wisdoms in those libraries. Because when the ancestors die off, when the elderly die off, they leave behind their wisdom in the libraries, in encyclopedias, in text, in the Bible. It's a bust down book tool, and I use it. Yes, I do. It ain't my end all be all, but I use it to bust down hoes because there is spell work in there. Jesus, in the English, Yahweh, for there was no J in the Hebrew language. How they named him Jesus then? Versions have changed. We are so far, but yet we call on the new as if it is the old. Because we're not wise enough to discern the changes have been made as a system of control. oh, that didn't, that don't work no more. They're not giving money anymore to church. There's something to see between lines. So let's change around something and try it again. Come on, God. Come on. You are smarter than that. Yahweh was a sorcerer. Yahweh was a warlock. Yahweh was a shaman. Yahweh was a king. Yahweh was not God, not the creator. The creator never walked this earth. What? How little that would be. Heaven and hell? The creator don't come to hell. Hello? We living in that. Yahweh, the king, the first sorcerer, the first prophet, changed water into wine, made the fish to feed it. Oh, but he wasn't no sorcerer. He wasn't no warlock. He wasn't no... What the hell is that then? Oh, but you can't say that's who he was, Many of you don't even know that Yahweh had a wife. Hello? Oh, no, Jesus didn't have sex. Oh, God forbid. What? Are you looking at him in your perversion? As his sexual intercourse between loving beings is perverted, that he couldn't dare lay down with a goddess, with his empress, with his queen? Come on down. Then why are we doing it then? Why are we honoring marriage? And why do we want to have it? If he couldn't, oh, well, I want to be Christ-like. Then why are you so wanting to have a queen or king or be married? If he couldn't, and we want to be like him, then we should all be celibate. Oh, but then there be no universe because we can't produce. Bingo! Wake up! There's no such thing as a new idea, which means it happened before us. To every human walking the earth, he was a human walking the earth. He had urges. He was enticed by the snake, by the devil, by perversion. God rescued and released him, gave him a queen to release. Why would he not be blessed? You think God blessed his kings with that, but he couldn't have it? We that big? We're more deserving than he was? Wow. What an ego we must have. What a narcissistic way of thinking. Hello, Ash. Amen, Queen. Oh, come on now. No such thing as a new idea. How do we learn about weddings? Oh, you think somebody just woke up one day and they were genius and they start writing? Oh no, they get it from their ancestors. It just popped out of nowhere. And then we the original people. Really? This life is a remix. And every life before it was a remix. All we doing is tweaking it to fit what we need. And hoping God blesses it to be pleasing in thy sight. We are so egoic and narcissistic that we actually think that we are the first. Oh, I'm a god, a goddess. I manifest are you doing it all alone? Okay, let's see how that work out for you. Because you think, you're the only one that could do it. You're the only one that has done it. Oh, they copycat everything I do, and when I put it out, so today and that. Why are you watching? Where's your focus? And if they are copycatting, then you should be honored that you have been a blessing, a guide, an influence, and hopefully it's positive if they want to copy it, but yet still, you want to hold it hostage. Oh, that was my creation, and they stealing my money. It ain't your money in the first place, or their money. It's a provision, a gift, an inheritance. Oh, I earned it. I worked my fingers to the bone. It's my paycheck. I went and cashed in. I paid my taxes. If it is yours and only yours, then why are you paying taxes? How you giving some of it away if you control it? Hello? Why you, if it's all yours and you in control, then why do you need a platform? Why do you need for people to see it? Why do you need to increase? Why you need subscribers and fans? Why are you asking? I thought it's just you and you alone. I should not have to see you there. You should be floating simultaneously, teleporting through the streets. You mean you got to go to a store to buy something to eat? You mean you can't snap your fingers? Oh, be careful. Be careful what you refuse to honor and give credit to. I have seen spiritualists brag and brag and brag about achievements and accolade and status, and a year later they are homeless, living in the woods. And they say, oh, I'm off the grid and this is the life of a no, you homeless. You just trying to make it good so that you don't let the world know that you're suffering in silence. Because when the camera go off, you crying every night. God, why me? But in public, you wearing a mask because you can't let people see. You might think they defeated you. Did they? Were they allowed to? Did God use them to knock you off the pedestal you put yourself on? Come on now. God is humble, high integrity, high morality, high vibrating. He ain't on here bragging. He ain't telling you to brag. Yes, he says celebrate yourself from how far you came, but how you do that speaks to who you are. Is your celebration given as, are you glorifying the Most High as you celebrate your win? Are you letting them know how you won and why you won and who helped you win? Or are you just saying, I did it. I did it. Me. And people follow that because they believe, oh, if they did it, I could do it. And you're not even understanding how they got there because they don't tell you that part because they now in the place of ego. It's all about them. They've forgotten where they came from. When you get here, you are not to forget. Hello, Iman. Ooh, hello. Hit that like button if you please. Thank you for supporting and coming. I love your energy. I love it. I love you because you are me. We are one on this planet. We are not separate of each other. Hello. Oh, they over there and they poor and I'm not. They're low vibrational. I'm not of that. If you're noticing, yeah, you are. If you're calling it out, yeah, you are. You focusing, you're right in it. It tells you how far you still got to go. And I don't claim to be perfect. I make mistakes, even on here. God corrects me every day and redirects me every day because I ask for it, because I know there's much I can still learn. There's much growth I can still do. But it's because I strive. I strive to be pleasing in God's eyes. The God renews and restores me every day. When I fall, it's temporary. I get tired because I'm in this flesh. Hello? I bleed like everybody else. I cut like everybody else. I'm in menopause right now, so I ain't going to tell you. Hello? I'm in low vibrational energy some days when I say, today, God, no, I can't. And God says, yeah, but today I need you to unlock. And then he'll say, okay, you want to throw a tantrum today, Journey? As children, we do. We always God's children, no matter what your age. We throw a tantrum. And God will say, okay, rest. Rest for a minute. If you sit down too long, I'm gonna shake the ground you lay on. You ain't gonna be able to help but to get up because it's gonna be so hot. You're gonna have to move. And I don't get to become a victim. Oh, how dare you? I've done enough. And what about all this I've done? I said, oh, okay, all right, I heard. And get my ass up and do what I'm told to do. Because what else am I here for? To just gorge off the earth and leave nothing in return for the next generation to come? To set no foundation, pave no road? To elevate nothing, no man, no woman, no energy, nothing? Just to gorge, build, glow up, show up, live above the Joneses so my status can show that I'm that one. Really? Okay. So when you take your last breath for the last time, I'm a deaf those, so I'm speaking the truth. I have sat with those passing over. As I usher them, that is what I do. That's why I have a foot in ushering the dead, the dying, the sick, that others won't even come within 10 feet of. I don't. Oh, you believe that death will fall upon you if you stand amongst the dying? That is a weakness. That is a fear. That's low vibrational. For if God covers you and ancestors to protect you, to whom shall I fear? I walk through the valley of shadow of death. Whom shall I be afraid? For God stands before me. My ancestors are at my back. No disease, nothing can take over me. That's why many do not choose that assignment and cannot do that work. And I understand it's not for everyone. It's not judgment. It's hard. It's not fun. It's not pleasant. It's not pretty. It's not one of the pretty spiritual assignments. I want someone to be on stage in front of thousands of people as a motivational speaker and get donations and applause and somebody's at the door. My door. Hey! Get away from the door! Sorry. Everybody can be a beauty, that energy. And for some, they want that, they get it. Ashe. Some of us have to get in the mud, in the dirt, in the swamp. Sit amongst death. Fearless. Unstoppable. Because if we can rescue them in the end, because it is never too late. Do you know how God blesses us for sending that soul as a light and not as a darkness? Woo! I mean, it chose me because it saw who I was. It knew I would stand up. It knew I was the one. It knew I was the one. Hey! Oh, they got HIV, they got AIDS, they got cancer, they got this, they got that. I can't hold their hand. We go to the hospital and cry, but stand at the edge of the bed. Won't even get up close enough. Because we fear that we're next. Because you fear death. I don't. I know it's a blessing. It's an answer for the suffering. It takes away. It is a light if you find it. If if you're ushered towards it, it will erase this entire disdain that we call life. Come on now. Death is a healing place. Come on. To relieve the suffering? How can that be something horrible? Pain? Relief from the sickness, the suffering from this earth? Ain't the best place right now. It ain't beautiful to be here. There are more suffering than no pleasantry at this time. It is what it is. But you know, we cry for those dying. Really? They going to so much a better place than those that's here. Oh, but I'm not ready. Who said it's up to you? If God takes you, it's because you've done enough or not enough, and you need to come back and try again. Or you become an ancestor of the light. Either way, it ain't up to us. We couldn't bring ourselves into this world. That's why a womb had to usher us in. We can't take ourselves out of this world without God's permission. Even suicide is, God allows it. But you cannot die until God says, I'm ready for you. I don't care what you do. I don't care what they do, what they try to do. God has always got the final say, because how you going to get rid of something you ain't even created? Hello? How you going to take life if you didn't create it? Oh, I gave birth. You didn't create what you gave birth to. Oh, yeah, me and my husband laid down there. You didn't create you. So what comes from you? You didn't create that either. God allowed you to be a vessel, know your place. Man, woman, whoever I'm speaking to, you're walking in God's grace. You're more than you know. You are a miracle. It's time to rise up and know who you are. To shut them down, let them know you know who you are. To not be afraid and not be anxious every day. You're not lacking. You're not lacking. We lack nothing. You're in the waiting space, in the waiting place. Your number is about to be called. It's right there. But we get distracted by the phone, by the TV. We got to do this, we got to do that. We look away. And just as our number's about to be called, we turn. And you miss it. Now you're angry because you're like, this taking too long. But I called your number, you weren't paying attention. So I called the next number. You go to the clinic and they call your number. If you don't come, they call the next number. Who's going to wait for you all day? Because you got other things that's more important than waiting on God's call, on your number. And I'm going to take this as a final card and let you go. God's final word couldn't come out any better. And I ain't making this stuff up. Everything you need will be provided. Just surrender your fears. What did I just say? Thank you, Spirit, for confirming. You lack nothing. Oh, but I don't have it. So how can I not lack? Because you have it but don't see it. Because they called your number and you went in the room, you missed it. But they always call it again. If you wait just a little bit longer, they will recall the numbers that they already called again. Now you just have to wait a few more minutes for them to call your number again. But this time, do not turn away. Do not be distracted. Do not be moved. Stay grounded. For your number, your name is about to be called. You're in the waiting place. God has not forgotten you. He knows in the need of which you stand. He will provide everything you need in divine season and due time. He's telling you, stop getting distracted. Stop turning away. Stop listening The distractions are intentional. Oh yeah, they're intentional. They're strategically put in your way. Be mindful of what goes on around you that's meant to block you and stop you and stagnate you and keep you low. The gossip, the tea, the drama. Now, some tea and some gossip are warnings, but they don't come from the neighborhood gospel. They don't come from Benita Betrell, the person that knows that ain't the God. I'm talking about God's tea, God's gospel, God's word. This is God's gospel right now. This is God's tea right now. That's the drink I'm talking about. You should thirst for that, not the gossip they're behind closed doors, because they know if the person they talk about heard them, somebody might slap their mouth closed. That's what they do behind closed doors. They're not real fighters. They're not real warriors. Hello. Okay, beloveds. That was the word. I hope you received it. I hope you ingested it. I hope you took it well. I hope it resonated. I hope you hit that like button. You comment. You share the video if you can on any platform. Twitter, TikTok. I don't care where you put it. This video I will leave open to be shared. It will not be remixed, but you can share it. You can give the gift of divine wisdom to someone who needs it. If you haven't, please subscribe. God has sent you here because here you can eat, you can feast, you can nourish on positivity and elevating information. If you need a reading, if you need a mentor, if you need a friend, if you just need to purge and release, I don't care what book or reading. We'll sit and sip tea, sip coffee, whatever you need, sip wine. I don't judge. I've been there. I've been that. Before I was divine, I was not. I accept people for where they are. I accept you for where you are without judgment. I'm not going to bang you on top of your head. Oh, look do what I do. You could be, what? You can't do what I do. I can't do what you do. So why would we try to compare? Hello? I can learn from you. You have something that I don't know. Because I ain't lived your life. And vice versa. So I listen to you. I get knowledge and wisdom from everyone I book and sit with as well. I get to release my energy. It's given and received equally. That's who you want to sit with. Not somebody that's going to throw cards and this is that and that and go. No, beloved. I am a constant source and a constant friend. You can check out my beloved Soul Tribe family community. It says Buy Me a Coffee. That's the name of the site and the app. That is not a gesture to try to drain you. That is the name chosen for the community. Okay? So that, hey, I couldn't change that. But there's a divine soul community growing there. If you want to join as a supporter or as a longtime member, come on in. I'm not doing the join tab on YouTube. I will shut down Patreon because everything's moving over there. Because there I can monitor it positively. You can't be in there hidden. You can't be in there, there I can see you. So whoever comes there, I will know why you're there. Hello? I gotta protect me and mine too. Hello? But be somewhere. Find somewhere. Do not sit alone. Do not walk this life alone. We're not meant to be alone. Or God will put you in the woods somewhere with the wolves and it would raise you alone, like Tarzan. Hello? God put us in communities for a reason. It takes a village. If you believe it is just you, then that is why it's just you. If you live in fear and you can't open up and you set these boundaries that no one can, that's a sad place to be. You got to trust you enough to be able to trust what you allow in your life, that it will be good for you. It's how you make your choices. It's a clear reflection of who and where you are. Oh, by a minute, you going to work? Okay, see you soon. Have a good day. That's my other beauty, my middle. That's my real twin. I know y'all didn't see her, but my middle child is my physical twin. So one day I'll put her in the camera and y'all, by my baby divine spiritually, and I have a son, Elijah, my king. I don't even know how to speak on the beauty that lies within that word. The proud mama he makes me. The things he's survived and overcome. Being a black male, 26 in this, it ain't easy. I only got one. I pour my divine feminine energy into that masculine because I know he needs it for true balance. To keep the ego low. Hello? And not be part of a patriarchal system to control women. Or he not gonna be that. Oh no, he not that. He not that. Come on now. Purpose. Placing the seed in here and here. That's gonna be my legacy. Anyway, as above, so below, as within, so without. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful day and the weekend. As long as you come back, I will be here for you, my friend. So hit that all notification bell so you won't miss. Challenges are a necessary part. Challenges are a necessary part of growth. So allow it. Allow it. Thank God that you were chosen to be forged in fire. That means you are stronger than you know. It's time to wise up and know why you've been called. I'm your mystic turned divine, sending you love and light, wishing you continued soul elevation. May it be endless, boundless, and may you know no blockages, no stagnation, and no delays. Until we meet again, beloved, the ancestors love you and so do I. Call on your creator and don't worry about the title. Just call him, know her, mother, Gaia. They work together. That's where the male and feminine energies come in. He is outside the universe as he created it, and she is the universe, the earth. The earth is a womb. We are the seeds within. She has given birth to us, which is why we're allowed to be on it, in it, around it, of it. And when she sees that we are worthy, we return to the Father, who rewards us with the things he has collected. Remember, he builds, he grows, he fine-tunes, he's the worker. He got it. It's waiting for you. That new home, that new job, that new career, that family, that financial increase, that miracle, that healing to your physical ailments, whatever you need. Go to him and ask, humbly kneel at the altar. God, give you all that I am. If you heal me, then you can have me. And let him work through you. Ashe, beloved. Ashe.